If you look at the Joy-Con with the strap, the Joy-Con with the strap, it's a pretty decent little controller. And it always surprised me when I first got this. I was like, when I saw the video, I was like, I don't know if that's going to be comfortable to play on like that. But the first time that I did it, I was like, oh, okay. That's actually pretty good. Now, I will say this, whenever I play with the Joy-Cons and I don't have like if I play with the Joy-Cons, if you're just listening to the audio of the podcast, then I'm sorry. But if I ever play with the Joy-Cons where they're split, where I'm holding one in each hand, and let's say I'm playing, I don't know, we'll say Breath of the Wild because it's my favorite. It's my favorite game. So let's say I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I'm playing like this, which I do sometimes. This is how I prefer to play it, where they're split and I don't have the straps on the Joy-Cons. That being said, if I'm ever playing where I hold a single Joy-Con sideways, like I'm showing to the camera now, I like to have the strap on there because it's more comfortable and it's much easier to hit the SL and SR buttons. That being said, most of the time I ignore third-party accessories. I've never really been somebody who gets into third-party accessories, but I will say that I think that this is pretty good, but it could be a million times better. And it looks like there is a replacement for those straps. This comes to us from Silicon Era, and basically they're saying CyberGadget is making single Joy-Con mini grips that are more comfortable. And as you look at this, I really like the look of these because the buttons look like they are much bigger. The SL and SR buttons look like they're much bigger, and they're actually kind of pushed out on the outermost sides. If you're just listening, I would suggest you look at the link in the show notes. But they look like they've kind of pushed out on the left and the right side of the controller to make them almost like a wing shaped, to where as you get towards the middle of the controller, the buttons get closer. Almost looks more like a trigger. And I would say that looks a lot more comfortable than the one that Nintendo designed. Now, I don't think that this is a bad design, the one that Nintendo designed. But I think that this one that CyberGadget is making, it looks better. And for the most part, I don't know that you can really screw this up, making just some third-party Joy-Con rails. There's no electronics in it. All it has to do is have a matching rail. So if you drop stuff, sorry about that for the audio people. If you've got the rail built the right way, then I think that you're going to be all set. And being able to slide these on, and they look a little thicker too, to make the controllers a little bigger. And here's another thing. If you keep scrolling down, if you've gone to the show notes, or if you're watching it on YouTube or Twitch, if you keep scrolling down, the bottom of them actually has like these little lumps that I think that kind of give you something to wrap your fingers around. I think it looks awesome. And I don't know how much they cost. It says the Cyber SLSR Assist Mini Grip pair will go on sale on October 30th, 2018, and is compatible with the Switch Joy-Cons. I don't see a price anywhere on here, and I don't know if it's coming to the States. It looks like it might just be a Japan thing, which would be terrible, because I think that these look great, and I'm very interested in picking up some improved straps for the Joy-Con. Before I go, and I'm going to try and find this on Thingiverse. I think it's Thingiverse. This little thing that I'm holding right here, and it's this little white 3D printed thing. It's got a little Nintendo Switch logo on the bottom. You can't quite see it because the lights are so bright. This thing is really cool, and if you've got access to a 3D printer, it's a great way to store your Joy-Con straps, because they slide right on the side. And if you're just listening, I'm sorry, but you'll see what it is if you look at the link in the show notes. Usually I put my Joy-Con straps on this, and then I just hang them from a hook in my office. And they keep them nice and neat all the time, and I can always find exactly where they are. Very, very handy. So if you got access to a 3D printer, I will try and find the link to this on Thingiverse, and you can print off your own version of this because it's awesome. All right, there you go.